everyone. It's Angie Rupert, founder of Rupert Law Group. We handle exclusively E-2 and E-1 visas, so no matter what treaty country you're from or in what state you want to be, we can help. Before we get any further, I just want to take a moment to remind you to subscribe and hit that little bell so you always are updated with the latest E-2 visa videos. And of course, if you find this useful, please share with a friend or family member, and don't forget to like. Thank you so much. So today we're going to talk to all of our Canadian friends. So if you are Canadian and you want an E-2 visa, you are not alone. Toronto processes thousands of E-2 visa applications every year, and it is one of the busiest and most popular places to apply for E-2 visas. Canadians definitely have a lot of approved E-2 visas every year, and we are thrilled to help many of them. In fact, about 50% of our clients are from Canada, so we are very well versed in how the U.S. Consulate reviews and approves E-2 visas. So let's talk a little bit about it. If you are Canadian, this video is for you. So first of all, there's a great update for all of our Canadian friends wanting E-2 visas. The visa reciprocity fee of $40 per applicant has been changed. Canadians now have no reciprocity fee. So once you are approved for that E-2 visa, you will have no additional fee to pay. That is brand new, and we are excited to announce that. So a little bit cheaper for you, which is amazing. Number two, if you're a Canadian, no matter where you live, this includes all of you in Vancouver, all of you in Calgary, you may not apply at any U.S. consulate except for in Toronto. Yes, you must go to Toronto for an interview. Yes, you must. I know there are consulates in the other cities. I do understand that. They only process in Toronto. Now, there is a slight difference if you're processing as a family member separately from the E-2 investor or as an employee of an already existing E-2 business. Then you can apply in other places. But if you are the investor and it's your first application or it's a renewal, you must apply in Toronto. No exceptions. So always keep that in mind. If you do not live in or near Toronto, you will likely need to fly there, spend the night to go to your interview. So just please keep that in mind. Second of all, what are the processing times in Toronto right now? So we have more amazing news for all of you Canadians. Everything is back to normal, and in some cases, maybe even faster than 2019 processing times right now. So generally what we are seeing is for those Canadian clients of ours that we send the documentation to Canada, we are getting an email response within about 2 to 3 weeks of the day we submit, asking for the client to get back onto the calendar and schedule an interview. And we are seeing interview times 3 to 4 weeks after that. So from the time that we submit the documents to Toronto until the day of the interview is averaging about 6 weeks. This is great news. Amazing news. That's really fast processing times. And we are excited to announce that because, of course, we want you here running your E-2 business. So those processing times are great. Any other processing news that you should note in Canada? Yes. So something to consider is in Canada, the page limit is 70 pages, which sounds kind of like a lot, but I can assure you it's not. So you really should be working with an attorney who has a lot of experience with Toronto and a lot of experience trimming pages, because which pages do you trim? What's important? What's not? All of those details kind of come with the territory of doing lots of E-2 visas at one U.S. consulate. And we definitely have trimmed many a Canadian E-2 visa application and sent it to Toronto. We're well versed in that. Let's see. Overall, notes for Canadians. The U.S. consulate in Toronto is incredibly fair with their adjudication of E-2 visas. In addition, they are very knowledgeable about E-2 visas. Sometimes you will go to a consulate or embassy that does not have very many of these applications coming through, and they just may not have the experience. Toronto is very experienced. They know a lot about the E-2 visa. They know the requirements, the expectations, and they're incredibly fair in their adjudication. So far, we've had a lot of luck with Toronto, and we've had many, many clients get approved in Toronto. No other notes to speak of, just great news that you now have no visa reciprocity fee. Interviews are coming about 6 weeks after we submit. You must go to Toronto. And we work there all the time, and we'd love to work there with your E-2 visa application. So if you are a Canadian who wants to apply for an E-2 visa, please give us a call. We'd be thrilled to speak with you and help you in your E-2 visa process.